Yo, what's up, snipers, and welcome back to our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So, we are up here in the first round of the playoffs up against the Chicago Blackhawks, who we've played multiple times before. We had a very good regular season. By point-wise, like, our depth was really good. We made one big blockbuster trade during the season, which was an offer from Calgary. We picked up a nice 86 overall defenseman to play with Bruce Ruchin, and we also picked up a left winger in Louis Bourret, who's an 84. So our roster going into the playoffs looks pretty strong. On the wings, not the greatest during the center because this part's a little weak, but it still looks pretty good all around. We did unfortunately have to send down Mikhail Granlund back to Iowa because he was just not good enough and we would run into cap problems. So that's what our forward core looks like going into the playoffs. Our defensive core looking pretty strong as well. And in goaltenders looks like that. So we're up against Chicago, like I said. Chicago is a team that we've played like 2 times in the last 3 years or so, I think. And one of those times we actually went on to win a Stanley Cup, so I'm hoping we could do that here. Chicago had a really good regular season going 50, 27, and 5, which was way better than our 43, 34, and 5. So Chicago's got home ice, so let's take it to Game 1 in the United Center and see if we could get this done and get to the second round. We got the experience. Chicago's also got a lot of experience, but let's see if we could take it to them. First period, okay, it's 1-1. I'll take it. Gurianov scores for them, but our leading point man during the regular season, Eric Fitzgerald, ties the game at 1. We're out shooting them 9-4, but it's a tie game. Second period, still a tie game, 2-2. Vince Lewis, their top line center, giving them the lead again, but once again we answer back because Kirill Kaprizov continues to play good in playoff situations. Shots are 19-13 in favor of us, so let's not let them have any more goals, boys. We need to play better defensively than that. In Corson, you got to keep your legs closed, man, as Clarence Ebbett is going to give Chicago back the lead. Come on, guys, we've answered twice so far. Let's tie it up, and we're not going to get it done. Clarence Ebbett with 2 goals. Like I said in the last episode, that guy's always the one that seems to be able to score on us, even though he's only an 82, and he's going to solely win it for the Chicago Blackhawks, who were outshot and outplayed for the most part, but Chicago wins the game. So Fitzgerald from Ruchin and Kaprizov from Sure. I might have to make some line changes because we did not play good defensively in that game. Yeah, I think I'm going to make a line change already, even though it's just 1 game in. Might as well test something. So I think I might move Kaprizov. Wait, how good is Bourret's face-offs? Wait, actually, Johnny Lawson. How's good as shooting? Shooting's solid. Not as good as Sure's. Bourret's 70 on the draw. Lawson was good at face-offs somewhat, right? 72. Malone 78 though. I don't know what I could do with line change wise. We could put Kaprizov, no, but Fitzgerald scored a goal. You know what? Suarez is a left-handed shot. We move him to the left side, put Kaprizov on his off wing. We could try that. Defensively, what line was -2? It was the good defensive pairing. I don't want to make any moves with the defensive core, though, because it's usually pretty good. Yeah, I think that's the only move I'm going to make for now is just put Kaprizov on the wing, because I don't know what else to do. I don't want players getting upset with ice time. Not in the playoffs, at least. So let's get into Game 2. Hopefully we could tie the series up going back home. That would be huge to take a game in Chicago. We got to play better defensively the next game. In Corson, you got to play better than last game. Last game, we outshot them, but they got 4 goals. So just keep Clarence Ebbett off the puck. First period, that's what I want to see. A 2-1 lead for us as Urkamps, the former Blackhawk, scores, and Philip Haas makes it 2-0, but then Scatchard's going to pull them within 1. We're once again outshooting them 11-8, but it is a 2-1 game. Second period, still 2-1, and now they're out shooting us. So Corson's locking it down now, playing better defensively than last game. We're being outshot 22-18, but we still got the lead intact. Let's just keep it up in the third period. There you go. The trade acquisition comes through. Maxim Mayorov, I think his name is, or something Mayorov. He makes it a 3-1 game. Big penalty kill, but they're going to score on it as Vinkation pulls them within 1. They're outshooting us by like 10 shots. Come on, Corson, you could do this, buddy. You could do this last minute. And we're going to hold on for a win and tie the series up at 1 going back home. So Urkamp's from Haas and Fitzgerald, Haas from Tillett and Ruchin, and Mayorov from Kaprizov and Sure. I don't know if we're going to be able to get people like Mayorov and Bure back next season that we acquired from that trade because they both have 1 year left on their deals. But maybe if we win a Stanley Cup, we might be able to get them back. Or if players like Matthew Dumbo retire, then we might be able to get them back too. So we're 1-1 so far in this playoff run. Let's make it 2-1 as we are returning to the XL Energy Center. Let's get a win here, boys. First period, there you go. We got the lead once again, 1-0 us. Kirill Kaprizov, and we're being outshot 12-9 after 1 second period, and it is 2-1 us. Nicely done. Formenton, who's on their 4th line, ties the game up, but Eric Fitzgerald has regained us the lead. We're being outshot 21-20 going into the 3rd, so it's pretty much anybody's game here. Let's just get an insurance marker power play. Come on, boys. And we don't get it done. Halfway through the 3rd period, still with the lead. Penalty kill. Nicely done. Last 5 minutes of the 3rd period here in a close game. And there you go. Urkamps, the former Blackhawk, scores again. And we win the game 3-1 and have taken a 2-1 series lead. Nicely done, boys. So Kaprizov from Haas and Mayorov. Mayorov's helping out a lot. Fitzgerald from Schultz and Ruchin, and Urkamps from Fitzgerald and Schultz. So that first line got the 2 goals that won us the game. Nicely done. First star goes to Corson, second star to Fitzgerald, and third star to Bear Schultz. So we have taken the lead in the series for the first time. We should keep it up in game number 4. If we do, we have a chance to win the series in Chicago. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just play a good game here defensively and offensively like we've done in the last 2 games. First period, and it's scoreless, so another good defensive period for Corson and the defensive core. It's the shots after 1 are 10-8 in favor of us. Second period, nicely done. We get the lead, and it's Urkamps. Once again, he's nailing his former team multiple times. Like I said, this is the last year on his contract too with us, so we might not be able to get him back for next season. So he's probably going to want a big contract. Like, I think he's going to be 30 by next season, so we want to make the right moves during the offseason. But shots are 17-14 in favor of Chicago. Let's get it done here in the 3rd period, boys. Urkamps has 3 goals already in 4 games. Halfway through the 3rd period, still playing good defensive hockey. That's why I acquired people like Nilsson and Reginald McKelly, because those guys are both really good defensive players. Same with Johnny Lawson. And we are going to take that game 1-0 and a shutout for Corson. So Corson has bounced back big time since that first game. Urkamps gets the only goal from Schultz and Fitzgerald. So once again, like I said, that first line and the defense is the main reason we're winning the games. So we have a 3-1 series lead. Will we defeat Chicago for the 3rd time in 3 matchups in the playoffs? Let's see if we can get it on here in 5 games as we return to the United Center. Let's go to goals. First period, and Chicago's got the lead though. Denis Gurianov finds a way to beat Corson on the 11th shot. They're outshooting us 11-6. Second period, and okay, it's 3-1 Chicago now. Bear Schultz tied it up for us, but Hibbert and Gurianov make them have a lead by 2 goals going into the 3rd. Come on, guys, we got to play good defensively like we did the last few games. Let's tie this game up somehow. If not, we're going to have to end the series on home ice. They're outshooting us by only a couple shots, but they have a 2-goal advantage. Penalty kill. We killed off, but time's running low. Doesn't look like we're going to get this one done in Chicago, as they're going to live to fight another day as they beat us 5-1 with that empty netter by Clarence Ebbett. So the only goal for us, Schultz from Urkamps and Ruchin. So once again, the first line did most of it. Not a good game really for Corson. It was a really good game for Russell Persinger of their team, and same with Lewis. Both those guys had like 3+ assists. So I'm not going to change anything, even though that was a 5-1 loss. I feel like we could still win this game on home ice, because it's always hard for teams to win Game 6. But let's see if we could get this series done with, because we are 2-0 so far on our home ice. Let's get it done, boys. First period, nicely done. Scoreless after 1. Shots are 11-8 in favor of the Blackhawks. Second period, still scoreless. Shots 20-18 in favor of us, but no team has been able to get a goal yet. We're getting shots early in this period. Same with Chicago, though. Power play, come on, guys. Yes, there you go. Bear Schultz, the captain, comes through, and Minnesota has taken the lead. Nicely done, boys. Power play. Last 3 minutes now. Are we going on to the second round of the playoffs? Yes, we are. We get another shutout from Darcy Corson, and we're headed to the second round in 6 games. So Schultz from Urkamps and Ruchin. So our veterans playing hockey. I've seen them play in the playoffs before. So Corson, 28 saves, and Bear Schultz with the only goal. And we're going to second round once again. Just as I thought we were going to be maybe a bit of a contender this year. Hopefully we could play good in the second round as well. But let's take a look at the player stats for the first round before we go up into round number 2. Okay, so Urkamps, Fitzgerald, and Schultz, the first line, all had 5 points. And Bruce Ruchin even had 5 points. Nicely done, Bruce. He's got 1 year left actually on his contract as well, I just realized. So there's a lot of big players that need to be signed this offseason if we're going to sign everybody. Kaprizov, 3 points. Haas, 3 points. Mayorov and Surate, 2 points. And Tillett picked up his first playoff point, I think. Goaltending-wise, Corson went 4-2 with 2 shutouts, a .938 save percentage, and a 1.84 goals against average. So after that first game, he played lights out pretty much. Okay. So now let's see who we're up against in the second round. Hopefully it's somebody that we know kind of well and that we could beat them easily. Let's see, simulated day. Still don't find out. Let's go another day. Scouting assignment. I don't really care about the scouting assignment, like I said, because we've been a really good contender the last couple of years, so it's pointless to draft players really at this stage. But we're going to have to find replacements to players eventually. But okay, so we should be getting close to seeing who we're up against. And it is going to be the Dallas Stars. So we played Dallas last year in the playoffs and won in the conference finals. Or not in the conference finals, in the second round. It was actually last year as well. So this is the second straight year we've had to face Dallas in the playoffs. So I'm assuming they look the same pretty much, except for obviously they don't have Gagne, because Gagne was just with Chicago. So let's take a look, and I don't want to go at headlines. Let's take a look at what they look like this year. Hopefully they didn't pick up any too big of pieces to the team during the offseason, because or else they might be a scary team. Like, they seem like they're trending upwards. So we got to defeat another team that we've played multiple times. Well, one other time actually only. So Dallas. So first line, DeBrincat, Luntz, and Goldobin. So once again, that's the same first line. Second line, Carl Huskins with Marty Subban. That guy that I said was a bust. Marty Subban, 87, and Lee Banting. Interesting. Third line, Tommy Beck, Victor Fair, and Blake Budens. Yeah, I didn't think that guy was drafted by them. Jake Gensel dropped off a lot. He used to be in their top 6, I think. Par Markstrom and Par Bergquist. Oh, yeah, that guy. I was looking to sign that guy maybe in the offseason if he was going to be a free agent. Defensively, Christopher Walsh. I think that was another guy I looked at recently. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just thinking from last year's playoffs. Toby Peros, Guy Benoit, Brent Anderson, Montana Oniyabuchi, I don't even know, and Pierre-Olivier Joseph. I think those guys were like depth guys last year. And then goaltending-wise, they still have Dale DiNicola and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. And Jet Wu is still a depth guy. Or he was actually in their top 6 last year, wasn't he? I don't know, he might have been a depth guy. 74 overall, and JG Pajot, 78. Okay, so I'm not really too scared of their team. overall was, but you never know. There could be some cheese involved. So hopefully we can get into that conference finals once again. If we beat these Dallas Stars for the second straight year, we're going back to the conference finals, and it would be either up against the Winnipeg Jets or the Anaheim Ducks. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Minnesota Wild GM. So next episode, like I said, we'll take it to the conference finals at the American Airlines Center when we face the Dallas Stars. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.